Hi, I'm Keegan, and we're a bunch of gamers. This is our 10th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse, 20th Anniversary Edition. I misnumbered last time because I forgot we have a lost episode. That last episode being Bad Mike. We're going to go around the room and introduce the players.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I play Shinigami, who is a 3-year-old lupus-born pet formerly used in dogfighting rings. In Garou society, she is known as Fury Song, a galliard of tribe Viana.
I'm Sam, and I play Cora. She's an Arun with the Get of Fenris. In Garou society, she's known as Two-Hearts.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play character B. She's known as Pillar of Questions, and she's part of the Silent Striders, and she is a reluctant Garou Ragabash.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle. He's 18, a Philodox, and has found his purpose with the Garou. He is known as Guards the Low, Child of Gaia.
My name is Adam, and I play the character Mark Bishop. He is known as Guides the Fallen in Garou society, and he's a third of the tribe Children of Gaia.
Alright. So, last time, Thunderbird called upon you to climb the mountain and offer prayers to Gaia and to speak apologies for your ancestors and the ruin they wrought against the original guardians of the land. Mark is already there, climbing up, and B has run back to the rest of the group and informed them of the situation.
Oh yeah! By the way, we have a thing to do.
How many things are you going to...
Hey, I was responsible with the first thing by only going halfway through with it. But now...
Kyle,
Yes.
you feel a bird drop and just splat on your shoulder.
Well, now that it's happening to me, I suppose it's time to resolve this.
Time to climb the mountain.
Wait, so that's how this starts? You get shit on, and then...
Yes.
The birds...
Oh yeah, you were here.
It's pretty much a taunt from the spirit.
Basically,
Lovely.
Bishop and I went into the Umbra and started climbing up the mountain, and then there was this earth elemental that was like, kill the people who are making, kill them
Destroy
with
the
rocks.
paths and kill the most heinous offenders.
So I do remember you
was
guys
just
saying at
scare
one
them off.
point that y'all were talking to a spirit who looked offended at you, and you were like, oh, it's probably
Scare
because we're
most
all
of them.
Homid-born. I'm not Homid-born. Is there any way I can help?
If he wasn't offended because they were all Homid-born.
Oh.
He was offended because they weren't of a tribe he respects and not part of the Sept.
Mm-hmm.
And so he basically taunted them all. Not all Homid-born was just their assumption.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we ended up going back into the physical, and then birds started pooping on us. And then it's like, okay, well, we gotta climb the mountain in order to show off to
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. And yeah, that's basically where we're at. And then we get to learn rites.
We should sing something
If you don't agree for our pact to do something else during the time we're supposed to be learning our rites.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry that the Sept Totem has challenged us.
Let's just go.
Let's go climb the mountain.
I remain in lupus form.
Okay.
I think we have to go in
Particular
Homid.
task.
Well,
Well, okay.
That wasn't
what
specified. I
thought
what
that was
does this
specified.
mountain look like?
it's a rather large mountain with no major... there's one trail up it, and it's the south-facing trail.
Oh, it was not on the trail. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
can't take
use
the-
the trails.
Is it like craggy? Is there rocks, cliffs?
Yeah, it's...
like
hang on. It's a real place.
like am I bouldering or what? Oh, it's a real place?
Yeah.
Dope.
It's in Yellowstone.
And I imagine there will be times where it might not be good to be a wolf, but other times where it would probably be beneficial.
fine.
So
I can like scout ahead.
Whoops.
So,
Oh,
That's nothing.
yeah.
unpleasant
don't say that in character though.
for my
It might make
character.
it
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's climb up the angry mountain.
Lupus farm. Climbing up the mountain.
I imagine in our lupus form we're just kind of jogging up.
Meanwhile, Mark, I need you to do one more stamina athletics roll to go up the mountain.
Alright. Difficulty.
I'm gonna go 7 here.
Okay, getting higher up the mountain. So, oof. So,
Yep.
I guess
1 success.
1 success.
So you're moving up, slowing down a little bit.
I am in lupus form too, so I'm making it a point to stay in lupus form, pretty much.
You all reach the foot of the mountain. You may make your way up it as you do see a wolf trying to climb it. It's not too much further along than you, but definitely far enough to where you can't really identify who it is.
Perfect.
Okay, well, let's start. Let's climb.
Let us climb. I don't think we're supposed to help each other, are we?
I didn't specify.
Okay.
So,
Well-
stamina,
Wolves are pack animals, so...
stamina athletics.
Well, okay, you didn't get that far in the video. I think, Mark, I remember there's a conversation between Mark and Beh that, because I wasn't part of the Pact, I felt I needed to do it by myself, because I have no Pact. So,
What's the difficulty?
6 here.
5.
Dang.
Nice.
None.
None?
None.
You are winded. And you will take a 1 die penalty for all future rolls.
Help!
They can't help you not, be out of breath. If you could, track would be so much easier in high school.
I would blow air towards her.
That's what I was
As you're getting further along, actually, the 5s, you actually catch up to Mark.
Wow.
That's an exceptional success,
We
so...
hoofed it. I'm in haunted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Screw you guys.
I just ran up the mountain.
It's a bit excessive.
A bit hilarious.
It's like those horses in Skyrim, just like...
He's just running partially perfectly.
yep.
Alright. And I'm sorry, Alex, how many? 4? Okay, you will need 1 more roll to get to where he's at. And you will need 2 more rolls. Or actually, you'll need 1 more roll, but it's at 1 die penalty. You 3 will now need to do Dex athletics to start climbing as the rocks are moving up and you see some more sheer vertical drops and things like that.
Same dish?
7 for the second roll.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, no. No.
Nothing?
I got 2
Oh,
ones.
Riley.
Alright, so you are now to the part where they're climbing and you're both just like, ugh. You are at a 2 die penalty. You are out of breath. They actually climb up before you as you were behind them in lupus form,
Don't forget to
panting.
point out
You nearly have to collapse.
names.
Oh, names, yeah.
Yes, so Bishop, you are at the top, just breathing, panting,
Okay.
nearly
completely out of it. Kyle, Cora, you're up there, you're sweating a bit, but you're feeling pretty good.
Nice.
He and Shinigami, you are getting to the part where you're climbing. You're feeling pretty worn down. You're in your lupus form, right? So you're panting and you're in your Hamid form.
I'm lupus.
You are also panting like crazy.
I'm trying so hard.
Of course, for me, my brain is doing a really stupid thing because since I live with a 13-year-old who says 13-year-old things, the only thing I can think of with him is that he yeeted himself up the mountain.
I am neither strong nor fast nor athletic.
Yeah, no, he's literally averaging all of those stats with 2 dots. What, 2 dots
Well,
in
I
strength?
do have 3 in athletics.
Okay,
now.
so you're pretty athletic. I just imagine you see this wolf, and then you see this guy, yeet. Like single balance.
Love it.
You need me to like pull on a rope, I will fail every time. You need me to run up a mountain? Oh yeah, sure. It's Tuesday.
Didn't you beat someone in a race actually because you just got great rolls?
Yeah, I think I beat
before we
me.
recorded. I was like, I have better dice than you, and then you see Ty like 5 successes, 5 successes. You see, right?
During like our first move.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I was ahead of everybody. I won so much.
You crushed me.
I crushed.
So now you three will need to do strength athletics because now it's getting to the sheer part where you have to literally pull yourselves up or jump with a lot more force.
Okay, I did.
You two, Shinigami and B need to do Dex athletics.
7 still?
7 for you guys, 7 for you three. So Adam, Tyler, and Cora, and 6 for the remaining 2.
Wait, so how many for me? Diff
6.
Diff 6.
Oh, Sam, how many dice do you have?
8?
I had 5.
I know.
Okay, Sam, you actually lose enough of a strength where you don't get up to where they're at, and you're out of breath, and you will lose a die from the 1 and.
Sorry, I'm still just visualizing.
It's like the most physically unimpressive, like Terminator. Dun, 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 dun.
No, it's just like, just take my body and be a Terminator.
I don't know why my rolls are shit right now.
So you got Bic, Shinigami, and Cora will need to do a strength athletics roll. You two will also need to make a strength athletics roll, difficulty 8, as it's almost like vertical now. So you'll have to change forms.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna go to Krynos.
Okay.
What's our diff?
I gotta change.
7, yeah.
If you make it harder, I'll just run faster.
I had a success. I had a smashing success.
Like, if 10s counted as 2s, I'd have 6. 7, I'm sorry, 7.
Jesus. Okay, so Kyle, with your 4 successes, you just drag yourself up. Like, your legs are dangling behind you, and you're just pulling with sheer upper body strength. As you get to the top of the mountain. Cora, you're close behind him. You're closely behind him as well. B, you're climbing. You are super out of breath. You lose another die, and you are now not close to the top. You are 2 rolls away.
I like how you're like you kind of faded out. You're now not close.
So you're feeling you're feeling your fingers starting to fatigue. They're getting hard. It's getting harder and harder to hold on as you.
I'm a lupus form.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, my last roll, I'm supposed to have a +1 for strength. Can I roll another one real quick?
Okay, and that includes the 1 die that
Yeah,
you...
so
okay.
I got
Nice.
2, and...
Alright.
Nope.
Nothing.
Okay.
That could have gone really poorly if you rolled a 1.
Yes.
Oof.
So, the next one you will have to be in a different form because it's gone from like...
Haman.
Yeah, it's almost like a 90-degree angle.
So we're at strength. Athletics.
Strength athletics. You can choose a
And I
different
have
form.
2 die penalty.
You can change forms.
Labro.
Okay. Do you want to use rage to get there?
Fucking Hulk out.
Maybe. I'll use a rage to swap to Labro.
Okay. And what's your temp rage over your permanent?
You might want to use a raid. No, never mind. No, yeah.
I have.
Well, since we're
If
not in
you
a stressful
switch to
situation, does she
Krynos.
have to use rage
1,
to switch?
2,
Can't
3,
she just
4.
like...
Yeah, this is stressful because she's trying to
4.
climb. 4.
above.
Okay, so roll 4 dice. It's difficulty 7.
Noise.
So unless every die is a 7 or above,
No.
you did not frenzy.
Alright, so I'm going up.
kind of embarrassing.
And my
to Frenzy right
Glabro.
now. Just so mad I can't climb this mountain.
I need to kill something.
The mountain.
Just as the Krynos jumps down to kill something. So 2. So you're in Krynos, pulling yourself up. You're getting close.
Glabro!
Or Glabro. I heard Krynos earlier. You're
That was
Glabro. Climbing up. Sweat dripping. You're almost to the top. You're almost there.
Okay. So we need another
strength athletics roll.
So there's the 3 for that. There's the 4 for
now 8 now.
Krynos.
8.
This is last
2 for athletics.
last roll. Oof.
Come on.
Sam, your Cora's starting to slide down slightly, but picks herself up and gets back to exactly where she was.
Better.
Woo!
B is now right next to you, climbing up.
Well done!
Yeah.
You are at the
Lexi.
top.
I'm at the top?
Yeah, so Shinigami is at the top.
Oh, I'll help you with the last crest. I've been here for
And-
ages.
And
Also, I didn't switch from lupus. Is that
Mark.
okay?
yeah. Oh,
Okay. Just
what
a
form
wolf
did
just...
you needed to change because
Well, it
no
was
handholds.
Okay,
strength
we'll just
athletics,
say
though,
that I
right?
was...
Yeah.
Strength
It wouldn't have made a
athletics.
But
difference.
no handholds
Oh, okay.
because it's like almost a 90-degree angle.
Right.
Stop yawning. God, it's been
So-
going in a circle for like an hour.
As you see Mark getting to the top as well, he's out of breath. You notice that there's a nice little set of stones here and a mirror placed
Ah.
at the shrine.
Oh.
We'll wait for everyone else to get here. You can go ahead and check your roll.
That's convenient. Mirror. As I say in my Krynos
Difficulty.
voice.
Last one is 8. You both get to the top.
Yay.
So
Or
we
you
got
get to the top.
2
gets the top.
Homage, a Krynos, a Glabro.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
And
like
there's
a
a mirror
couple of
there.
us are out of shape.
We're not talking about your form.
Alright. So you all can use the same mirror at
And we'll kill
once
you.
if you so choose.
Okay.
So who would like to do the step sideways roll for the pack? Yeah.
I can do that.
I gotta do my own,
I
so.
can do it.
Oh, yeah. You have 5?
It is difficulty 4 here.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yes, you do it.
Okay, so I roll 5 die.
Yep,
Yes.
5 dice, and if a 4 greater is a success. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instantaneously. Takes about 5 minutes.
Okay.
As you arrive, you see the Great Thunderbird flapping overhead as it turns and sees you. As it screeches out, "Where is the other?" as its wings expand out and you hear this thunderous crash through the umbra.
He's on his way through.
Then I will wait. As the Great Spirit flies around, swooping, the rush of wind hitting your fur. It's actually hard to stay stable on the mountain itself.
I'm
know how
laying
dogs-
down.
You know how dogs, whenever they stick their head out the window, they bite the air?
Mhm.
I'm doing that.
Okay. As you see Bishop finally pass into the umbra. As Great Thunderbird rises up, his wings spread as you see lightning shooting down the feathers of his cloudy wings. And it looks down with eyes of lightning and storms. And you hear from its sharp, razor-sharp, toothy beak, "You have failed. The task was to offer prayers to Gaia while you climbed,
Oh, shit.
and to
Oh,
speak."
shit.
Oh no! In the last episode,
Why
I
didn't
made
you
it clear that I
tell
was
us?
doing that the entire
Okay.
time. I remember that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Well, we forgot. Lexi
Yeah.
didn't know.
I didn't remind you. I
Our
apologize.
characters
didn't
I made sure that
characters
I was
didn't.
kind
Okay.
of making
I
noises
think we
and
were-
thinking to myself prayers to Gaia. And
Okay.
You're right.
So,
Our characters did not know
Our
that.
characters did not know.
You were not
I
told
didn't know that either.
yeah.
You, I think you did.
No.
You straight up
What
did.
I remember.
I re-listened to the recording, so I made sure that I said it explicitly.
He did.
So-
he
You
did.
did not tell our characters that.
Ugh.
So
I thought we were supposed to offer prayers to Gaia at the top.
Well, we didn't do that either.
as the Great Spirit
Oh god.
looks at you,
Do
you've
it
done
again.
well
And
enough.
I prostrate myself and continue prayers to Gaia and whatnot.
And the Great Spirit flaps his wings, and all of you are knocked off the mountain and
I'm
carried down all
down!
So, is that how you beat hurricanes? If you lay down, you can't be blown away, right?
It's not how fast the wind.
As you are picked up by the winds and dropped at the bottom of the
I
mountain.
glare heavily at B.
I let loose a bit.
As the Spirit looks at you, there is no victory for you. Leave!
I just get up and leave.
Okay.
Well, that was embarrassing.
Yep, a little bit.
Alright, so I'll start. How long did it take me to get up the mountain?
About like, let's say, with your inhuman speed, about, I'll go with like 2-3 hours.
Alright, so every half hour I'll stop for 2 minutes and say a prayer to Gaia then, as this
Okay.
continues.
Yep, do
All
it again. Again.
So everything is easier because you've figured out the path before.
Yep.
Wonderful.
How about we all do that at once? We all do prayers at once to Gaia, kind of make it a ritual circle
fair,
that we'll
yeah.
do.
Why did he send you back down?
I found no victory here. That's what he said.
You succeeded, though.
Yeah.
You walked back down the mountain,
You
so you're
walked
not
back,
with
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. No, okay, so you guys got blown away.
Yeah.
I'm making my walk down towards the mountain now.
Yep.
Okay, so now, just because I'm not sure of his intent still, as I'm walking down and climbing down, I will take pauses to give thanks to Gaia for this opportunity to prove myself. So
Okay.
on and so forth.
So, after about 4 hours, yes, get back to the top of the mountain.
Lots of glaring.
I'm glowering.
And prayers, hopefully, glaring and
Oh, yeah.
prayers.
They're angry prayers, but they're they're reverent still.
Don't forget to speak of apologies about your ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
That was another specific.
Okay, then yes, I will.
Do I happen to cross these guys' paths as I'm making one?
They got knocked back into the physical world too.
Oh,
That
okay.
wind.
So I'm still in the Umbra making
Yeah.
my way down. Okay.
Yep. So you get back to the mirror, you pass back over. As Thunderbird goes, I accept the effort. I will allow you to stay in this cairn.
Thank you.
Show more respect, and perhaps the spirits will find your tribes and you worthy of respect.
We should, bow.
Mm-hmm.
Bowing.
Prostrate yourself.
Sure.
The stuff
yeah.
that we know to do.
If I see you bow, I will also bow.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't think of it myself.
And the spirit starts to flap off and start flying away. As you see feathers dropping, and they're creating electric spirits that are moving through the land to try and attack anything electronic in the physical world, just to short it out.
Oh.
Perfect.
Well, let's walk back.
That was a thing.
Because the spirit saw you, and the spirit does not like you.
So, we climbed the mountain because the spirit didn't like us and looked at us funny?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
And he kept making bird shit on us.
And it would have gotten worse.
Spirit
This
journeys
time.
are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Basically, out of character, the spirit was just like, fuck you guys. And we're like, we didn't do anything. And it was like, fuck your heritage. And it's like, but we were invited to be here. And it was like, fuck you.
Lovely.
When I do make it to the bottom of the mountain in the Umbra, I just kind of, I would imagine a Children of Gaia ceremonial circle and whatnot, and just kind
Okay.
of still meditate on thanks and proper respect and apologies for ancestry and whatnot.
Opportunity for
Okay.
that, though. Because you said for an opportunity, but I don't know. I'm back here being the rogue, but what do we get?
You got the spirits not messing with you, and if you get spirits to like you, they'll do things for you, potentially.
I already have a spirit pact I need to complete in the summer anyway, so
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that.
Because if you shirk on spirit bargains, they can make life very difficult. It's a great example of one where Bone Gnawer gets information about something, and he completely ignores the spirit, and then he's in a trash can, and then he turns, and the whole alleyway is full of rats marching towards him, because it was a spirit of rats that he fucked over.
Because we have to do that task for the Earth Elemental, or the Spirit of the Mountain.
Did we already do that?
You should go into the physical world.
Wait, what time is it? We just climbed the mountain twice.
Yeah, it's nighttime, which is the perfect time to do this.
It is the perfect time to climb down the mountain and get rid of all those rails.
As we climb down the mountain.
As we climb down
we don't actually have to climb down first. That's good.
Because then we'd have to be climbing up and then down again.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be taking the trail this time.
That should be easier.
Yeah.
We have to do all the off-trail stuff.
Alrighty.
Are we supposed to scare humans away or something if they're not?
They won't be here at night, but you.
Well, if they are and they're doing some weird shit like hanky panky in the corner, I mean.
It's true.
I don't know if Mountain would or the Earth Elemental would care about them fucking.
It's the dead of winter. I don't think anybody's doing anything on a mountain trail.
People go diving in ice water naked.
That's true.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
I cannot argue with that.
That's really convincing.
That's a very convincing argument.
Anyone snow mounting fucking. Just
Google
I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past people.
not now.
I mean, if there's a hot spring nearby.
So after my meditations and prayers and thanks and apologies, I try to find a reflective surface in the Umbra.
Okay.
Pretty much, and make my way back to the cairn.
You find a river, and there's just enough moonlight to make it reflective, as it is a crescent moon.
Okay. Difficulty
4, so 30 seconds.
All right, sweet.
Does that mean recover rage also, since it's nighttime?
Up 2 points of rage if you're below your permanent. And you can go up to your permanent. So.
Wait, why did you get rage?
It's
the moon.
nighttime.
And he was below his permanent rage.
Me too. Does that mean I get some?
Up to your permanent rage, you can get 2 points of rage.
Does that apply to...
No.
Not even Gnosis, I imagine, no?
No. You could do a meditation roll, which
am I still injured?
Okay, yeah.
Here.
I'd like to do
I
that.
have 2 points of rage.
What?
You you heal 2 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well,
so
can we say that while I was in Umbra doing those meditations, I can make that
moon.
Gnosis roll?
Huh?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm...
So I do 3.
So wits,
Wits,
roll for your
and then
rage
Enigma.
on your
So 4.
And diff 8, every
But if
success
you
is
see
a
the moon,
point of gnosis up to your
you get
permanent.
Okay.
2 up to your permanent.
So the moon just makes
Nothing.
me mad?
The moon refills your rage because it's a gift from Luna.
Okay.
That's why you have tied to the moon. She gave you your rage, and depending on her face, depends on how much rage you got. So, no gnosis back.
Okay. So I'll just...
What time of... Never mind, go ahead.
Let's see, we'll skip to me being in the physical realm now, and I'll just, so it's nighttime, dead of winter. I don't think it'd be a good idea to be in Homid form, so I'll switch to Lupus form.
Okay.
And make my way back to the cairn in the Sept.
Okay. You start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys start heading down. As you come across the first unofficial trail, be strength athletics to kind of just break up the trail.
That seems worth not doing in human.
Not for you.
Well, I am very good. But yeah, I'll be in...
Diff what?
I'll be in Glabro, I guess.
Diff, because it's the side up, it's diff 8.
2.
2.
Diff 8?
Oh, I
What
suck.
are we doing again? I'm sorry.
You're breaking up like one of those, not official trails where people like run across spots and it like fucks up the environment. So you're breaking it up and.
Diff 8?
Yep.
2. Minus, yeah.
Okay. So it takes you guys for this trail about an hour.
It takes Cora and Shinigami an hour.
Hey, I helped.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
guys
got
know.
2.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Don't even.
I was resting from all my work on the mountain.
Terminator walking up the 90-degree cliff can take that away.
His quads are screaming.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
So that unofficial trail has been taken care of. You begin moving down.
Next trail.
And you do find another one. This one's diff 7, as the earth is a little softer. Things like that. Nice.
Nice. Well done, everyone.
So that one takes about an hour and a half, because though it's easier to do, the trail was a little longer, so people moved along it a little more. Tore it up. You've returned to the Sept, as you see Raven's laughter. Where are your companions?
I do not know where my companions are. Last I knew of them, they got blown off the mountain by Thunderbird.
The spirit is temperamental and respects strength. It took this Sept nearly 20 years for him to fully accept us as members.
A very stubborn spirit. He said I had done well enough, but I had gained no victory.
That sounds like Thunderbird. Thunderbird is a spirit of honor and strength, and that one must go beyond the normal niceties to heal the wounds of the past. Thunderbird was tied strongly with the Utena and the Croatoan, who are no longer with the Garou Nation, as they went extinct fighting the Eater of Souls on the East Coast. So Thunderbird lost a great ally, a great friend. Then there was a second War of Rage, and some called it, when the Garou saw some other changes and many Bastet fell as the Garou poured over the young American West to claim Karens of their own, believing that they could hold them. And that hurt more allies of Thunderbird.
Well, quite frankly, I wanted to let my presence be known so that his servants stopped shitting on me.
That's the least of it. If there was a thunderstorm, well, be glad there are a few thunderstorms in the winter.
Certainly I shall be glad. But I am ragged, I am tired, and I need rest.
Go find rest in the barn.
Will do. Thank you, Raven's laughter. Ugh.
We climbed it twice, and we're breaking a path on the mountain.
Don't worry. Somebody will hear about this.
So I'll go to the barn and I'll rest.
Rest time. You guys get down. There's some more unofficial trails. There's 2 of them very close by. They are diff 6 to break up and to scatter around and make it look natural again.
Seriously, ones? I'm gonna mulligan that shit.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So these 2 trails combined take you about 3 hours. It's getting like midnight-ish at this point. Though you're nearly down towards... You're about halfway down the mountain.
Are there fewer unofficial trails lower?
Yes.
We
Usually
don't-
how that
Hooray.
works.
And we don't see anyone.
You don't see anyone. No one's climbing this mountain at midnight in the middle of the winter.
Just making sure.
That's fair.
Because that's what the Sept here was waiting for. So that no one was there, so that... Yeah.
Yep.
So I want to make sure.
As you move down further, you do find another one, obviously. You're mostly down. This one is difficulty 5. The earth is only slightly frozen here. That trail takes an hour and a half, and you completed all the unofficial trails on that side of the mountain. Your bodies are sore as you're using paws and claws to dig up the earth and then scooting it back in to fill them out.
Just imagine a wolf foot scooting across the path.
Keegan might die. It's right behind you.
Yeah, sure.
As you finally are at the foot of the mountain, short of breath, your hands, all of them aching,
We're dirty.
your upper back kind of slumping.
I've been
And
a
in pain.
lupus the whole time.
That does not matter in that. Your paws still hurt. Your
Yeah.
upper back is still in pain.
You should get musher's wax.
What?
There's a wax that you can get for your dog's paws for, like, harsh terrain and snow. We should get that for ourselves. I own this for my dogs.
Sure.
Paws filthy, face filthy.
Yeah.
If I switch to Krynos, will my soreness go away?
Maybe a little bit. You'll still be kind of sore.
I mean, I've been in Glabro form.
Well, yeah, but that's not Krynos.
Been regenerating.
You're regenerating. You're still out of breath.
And my character is gonna go sleep,
We gotta get
meditate.
back. We're still a while away, right?
Yeah, you're a little while away.
I'm cool with just curling up in the snow and going to sleep.
Same.
At a trail.
Nope.
Well, getting away from the trail and then just, people aren't very observant.
And then just like burying ourselves in the snow.
Yeah, basically.
How long does it take to get back to the cairn?
About 30 minutes.
I think I'm gonna walk back to the cairn.
Fine, we'll walk back.
God.
You walk back as you see gleaming eyes as a wolf steps up, gives a sniff, and then nods. Storms of Midnight was guarding the bond this night.
Just nod back.
All nod.
Just, I go to nod, but, I kind of,
Yeah. Stumble a bit.
just lose my footing for a second.
Okay.
Alongside lift.
Okay. And you get back as you see Marcus already asleep in lupus form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, time to do the same.
Yes.
So I do the whole thing where I turn around and flick some snow with my back foot, but, on him, and then I curl up and go to sleep.
I do the same thing. Because you know who that quest was given to?
The person that talked an awful lot of, guff about their own pack, which I'm not a part of.
It was also given to you.
No, what
You
it
get
is.
to take no credit.
No, yeah, I get to take no credit, but you were the one that was doing an awful lot of talk for your pack, which I was not a part of.
You also agreed.
No, I didn't agree to it. You dragged me along to get into it. If you remember correctly.
This conversation is in character.
Cora's gonna try and wake up early and see if she can hunt for breakfast.
Okay.
For
As you all
everyone.
I switch into Krynos form. I grab the biggest pile of snow and mud and I just toss it right at Big.
I'm doubting that
Alright,
shit.
so
Did you wake
Dex-
him up in the middle of the night?
Yeah, no, they
Christ.
they threw snow at him.
I choose
They
to
said
walk
I
that.
away and
like
sleep
how I'm
somewhere
escaping
else.
this.
He didn't notice, and then he woke up to her.
Yeah,
doing the
I'm
same
just
thing.
like...
Yeah.
So, Dex Athletics.
Let the children fight. I assume you're younger than me, actually. I don't know.
I'm 15.
Yes,
Yeah.
let the children fight.
He's an anime character.
If something,
I'm just a normal 15-year-old.
I'm gonna watch for a
Which
minute.
rock solid ass.
Cora's gonna supervise and make sure it doesn't get too out of hand.
I'm just gonna go find something to eat.
Instead of sleep.
So what's the difficulty?
They're making a bunch of noise.
That's true, huh?
What's our,
Yours is it's 6 for both.
So I got 2.
2, you are just pelted with snow and mud right in the chest.
And in my Krynos form, I just...
Fuck you.
Alright, sleep. Are y'all gonna disrespect this Karen?
Alright, fine, I'll go to sleep if they're gonna shut up.
I gotta sleep.
Sensing the alpha nature of Cora, I kind of just lower
Well,
my...
not nature. That's my demeanor.
Yeah,
Are you gonna demean this Karen?
I am not of your pact, but...
Are you gonna?
You bring up a good point.
Go to sleep.
I'm just seeing this little. Well, you're not little, but
Cora's like 5'9" or something like that.
This
In Hamid, in Hamid she's 5'9", so I'm just
Yeah,
like,
well, he's like 7. He's like 7 foot tall. He's like 8-9 feet.
In Krynos
Krynos like,
form.
go the fuck to sleep.
Pretty much. So just. Well, I don't know. I guess, being, wolves and pack and alpha hood and beta dumb and so on and so forth, I sense the alpha nature of Cora, and knowing that I have no pack, I need to give a little respect to the alpha of the pack that I'm not a part of.
Yeah.
well, that you're
Which I got a bunch of
currently
flack of.
And then
around.
shift down
So
to Lupus.
I'll just go to the opposite side of the bond of everyone else.
Okay.
And sleep there.
Sleep.
Yep.
And Cora will get up early in the morning and fucking get some breakfast.
Alright, so
I get
do
some
some
willpower
dexterity.
back for that nurture.
Dexterity, primal urge.
I'm gonna go lay down. Like, actually go lay down.
You gonna go meditate?
My character will sleep and then meditate the entire day away.
Oh, it's a diff.
Poor
6.
Sam.
1!
So,
1.
1, you find a little rabbit for yourself.
Okay, can I find more?
You'll have to make another roll, but yes. Be careful though. You want to start leaving the bonish for no overhunting.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to make them angry at me.
Well, it's not even a make angry thing. That's just a nature thing because that could hurt the kinfolk as well.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
then there's not enough meat
All right,
for them.
yeah, definitely. I'll leave the bond then and.
It'd be funny if you implemented the same punishment system as Red Dead Redemption. If you start shooting too many animals in the wild, the deer just start slamming into you, and from behind your camera too, so you don't see them coming. It's just
fantastic.
You're standing there looking out over the cliff, and it's just like
Off the cliff.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Bambi's revenge.
You said it was 6?
Mm-hmm.
2?
Alright, you find... You find a nest of a rabbit with a couple of her babies.
Mhm.
Yeah, her kids.
Yeah. Alright.
They have to grow up. There's not a lot of meat on them if they're like little kids.
No, they got
They're
calcium.
like this big.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we can just eat the bones.
Bone
the
marrow's
whole
pretty good.
thing.
Well,
So, crunch.
I feel like that's all I'm gonna find. So I'll head back.
oh, look at the cute little bunnies! Crunch, crunch, crunch,
I'll head
crunch.
back, but I'll keep my eyes open for anything I might find on the way back.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is
You
early.
can do a primal urge roll diff 8 then for that.
Okay.
Same.
So this is early in the morning?
Early in the morning, Cora got up earlier than normal.
Okay, so I'll just wake up maybe a couple hours after her.
Okay.
There's
Try
one-
to, at least.
If there's one thing Fury Song has learned to appreciate after her life in fighting rings, it is sleeping in late is heavenly.
You do see a deer.
Nice. And that's outside the barn?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Alright, how are you going to take it?
Ooh. How big is it?
It's a decent sized deer. It's a buck.
Okay. We're gonna hispo and bite at its throat.
Alright, that's all I need to know is you come down and you just take it down.
Nice. Drag it back.
You two wake up to Cora in Hispo with a deer hanging from her jaws. And dropping the deer down to eat
I'll
it.
howl for him to come.
As you hear Cora calling out for Fury Song. No,
Guides the Fallen.
Guides the Fallen.
Or Mark.
Oh, she'd use your deed name in,
Okay,
in the howl.
Guides the Fallen.
Yeah, Guides the Fallen as...
So I'll wake up, I'll be in lupus form, and I'll give ear twitches and blinks and sniffs to indicate thank you. And I'll start marching
Should
away.
I save some for...
B.
Well, she's not here. For the elders of the Sept. I don't know if that would be like something that
I mean, it might
that'd be a respectful thing.
Yeah, probably.
We'll do that. We'll
Well, I mean, are 5 wolves going to eat a whole deer? That seems
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I've
Yeah.
already had some to eat. I've had
That's
2
true.
rabbits and a few kids. So I'll take some to the elders if I can find it.
Well, like what I'm thinking of, with my background, she's accustomed to either her master bringing her food, which is normally a stressful situation, but she never had like a mother wolf bringing her food, so she's just gonna kind of like randomly get a little bit emotional and like go hide and sniffle in the corner while she's eating.
So
That's okay.
you see Shinigami sniffling, tail down, ears tucked with some food and just...
Mixed feelings about being fed. I have issues there.
Guides the Fallen will not eat his fill, but he will actually give whatever leftover he would eat and give it to Big. Pretty much as like an apology for what happened last night. So it's kind of to nuzzle over some meat towards her.
Alright, we're
And
gonna
then-
assume she eats it.
Yeah.
And then I'll actually switch to Hamid form because I haven't been in Hamid form for like a good 2 days now. And I'll give a stretch, kind of like bone crack and whatnot.
Alright.
So, I, out of curiosity, just kind of looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
A full-grown wolf can eat up to 22.5 pounds a day, but only needs 7 pounds
Oh, okay.
to mate successfully, and it can survive on 2.5.
Okay.
And a deer usually is between 75 and 125, but there's hide and nonsense like that. So maybe, like, if it was that big, 70 pounds of meat. So we could eat it all if we wanted.
Yeah.
But
it's only breakfast.
right, yes. Also, it's only breakfast.
You want to leave the table just a little bit more hungry, so that way you don't feel full. No.
So
Am I able to? Or
you would offer to the 2 elders of the Sept, which are
stands like a cedar and Halls of Fear.
in Howls of Fear as they arrive. Howls of Fear goes, "You show respect. That is good. I accept your gift and thank you." Stands like a cedar says much the same, and she goes, "It's good. You've brought food from outside of the barn, and were respectful for our ends, and for that I thank you." As they start munching down,
No, I just nod.
Crunch.
Cora just nods.
they're crunching on the bones and things like that, tearing bits apart. Yep.
Ooh, I just remembered. I still have like the jaws of the black spirals that we slain,
Nice.
and I wrote your guys' names on them respectively for who you killed.
Good.
I kind of feel like bragging about these guys right now.
Yeah, you'll get to do that soon.
Okay, cool.
That'd be at the Moot,
Oh,
which is in 5 days now.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's technically New Year's Eve.
Special.
Today is New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, is there any like special Garou symbols and runes that I learned as a third?
You all learned the basics of runes.
Okay, so
So
pretty much
Yes.
I'll do some. Let's see. I'll do like scrimshawing on the jaws and whatnot.
okay.
To tell the story of how they were slain and who slew them.
All right. We'll do a dexterity crafts actually.
Okay. 3, 2, difficulty.
We'll do 5.
Okay. 5. Ooh. 1 success.
Okay. One looks a little hastily done. Not. I would say the craftsmanship looking at it would be competent amateur.
Okay. Makes sense. I only got 3 in craft and 2.
Well, 3 is really good. It's just the roll didn't come out the way you needed
Yeah,
it to.
definitely did. I rolled 2 1s.
Mhm.
So what is it that you were making?
What it is I have the lower jaws of the black spirals that you all slew.
You used a word I don't know.
Scrimshawing. What it is I'm pretty much writing things and etching things on bone.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do it so that the bone doesn't crack, because bone has a tendency to crack when you do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I want to brag about you guys at the Moot.
Nice. Isn't that my job?
That is her job. So
I'm
you could give her the thing and that would boost it.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine at
Oh,
this point
that's
I'm
even
probably
better.
watching you and we're talking while
Yeah,
you're...
that's even better. I'll give you your each respected jaws of who you slew, and wrote down your name and how you did it and whatnot on the bone so that you could brag about it at the moot. So, here you go.
Thank
Here
you.
you go. Here you go. Because I knew pretty much at least all of you killed at least one or participated in killing one, whereas I kind of acted as distraction and tank. I know that. Oh, wait, no. I got the goat head guy. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out how the fighting system worked.
So
It's okay.
I have forgotten what rite I wanted to learn. I know that the person I spoke with, which I think was Stan's... No. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe Song of the Mountain Wind.
You were talking
Or-
to Standing Cedar.
Stands like a
Yeah,
cedar?
stands like a
Okay.
cedar, yeah.
She told me there was one that would endear me to the younger Garou.
Yeah, it's
and I-
the Rite of Accord.
Yes, that was the
But
one
that
that
it's
I
not
wanted to learn.
looked well upon or something?
No. There was a different one that wasn't looked right upon. The Rite of Accord is the one that will allow you to give renown. No, it's not looked well upon if he did it for you guys.
Yes.
People in his own pack. But other Garou, if they came to him, he would be able to do the right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would... That's the one I want to learn. So I think now's the time to start learning.
Okay. As you approach, stands like a cedar. Guards the low.
Stands like a cedar, yeah. I believe I'm ready to learn the Rite of Accord.
Of course. Sit.
I'll take my seat.
There are tales. Do you know that men, and Hamids even, misunderstand wolves entirely?
What
The
do you
even Garou, many Garou, the concept of what you call an alpha is from a misunderstanding of wolves.
Thank you.
Wolves are a family. We live, we breathe as a family. That is our way. We don't have an alpha. The alpha is a concept brought by Hamidborns. The proper Garou word is Zeta. And the, I suppose you'd call it, the beta is Ulda. And the omega as the Talda. Wolves only arrange themselves in the strict form in captivity, when the influence of the Weaver is upon our souls. Garou are supposed to be balanced in of themselves, and the Rite of the Accord is that balance. It is a way for us to speak of our deeds to the spirits and be recognized, because deep down, though we are wolf in spirit and in heart, we are soldiers. And soldiers require rank. You must take the Rite of Accord and acknowledge the achievements of those who are outside of Pact. But because to acknowledge the renown of your Pact members is to try and add a military order to your family. That is why the rite is seen as blasphemous when used within a pack.
I believe I understand.
Good. The rite has many different ways, and I'm sure that you will be taught, I suppose, by children of Gaia on what is wrong with the Shadow Lord's way of performing the rite of renown. Because every tribe is different. Everyone sees renown as different. What is honor, though all spirits view honor as the same thing, what your tongue speaks of and puts emphasis on is from you and the views of your tribe. Yes?
Yes, I understand this.
Good. This rite, it will take about a week of dedicated training every day. I will give you the basics, and you'll learn.
Thank you.
It is the purpose of the half moon. We see all. We see in light and we see in darkness. And that is the purpose that Luna gifted us, so that we could better serve our mother, Luna's sister. I'm sure you're familiar with the final phrase of the rite.
Tyler's not.
That he or she is made greater in her tribe, her sept, and greater among the people everywhere. Let it be known.
That's right.
Yes, I've heard that phrase multiple times.
When one comes to you, the goal is to announce their accomplishments. You don't have to know them all. You have to open your mind to the spirits who sense it through them, in their soul, through the gnosis that they bear. That is the difficult part of this rite.
So,
Yes.
So, if he learns this and he starts using it, is it possible for mischievous spirits to give him misinformation that's just, like, completely silly?
Very difficult.
Oh.
Because there's all the other spirits speaking at once.
Just imagine him being like, and here cometh Speaker of Wind, who has defeated the great piss taker. What?
okay, so how do I practice this rite without... I mean, I assume I must open myself to the spirits, but I don't have anyone...
You can attempt to honor my renown. The spirits won't honor it, but they will speak the words to you.
Will you have to be present for it?
Well, you will be speaking of my accomplishments, so of course.
Okay.
That is part of the rite.
Do you have spirit speech?
No.
No, but you will sense it through the rite itself.
Oh, okay.
Like visions of it and things like that.
You will be given the ability to speak what you need to speak.
Wouldn't that
Right.
fit better with my character?
Kind of. His is usually the recognizing others, which is a Philodox thing because they're the law keepers and the judges. Yours would probably be better served with like the right of boasting.
Mm.
Where you could go up and be like, basically, yeah, you do a specific boast and it generates some glory for certain things. Like if you got a scar, you can go, check out this sick ass scar. Do the right, and then you tell the story of using this rite, and it gets extra glory beyond the initial bit of the scar.
Yo, Cora's got a sick ass scar.
I got a fish this big.
So
I'm just trying to round out my
Cora's
character
got a
some,
scar, like...
because
No,
now...
and I wasn't trying to take it from
Oh,
you.
no.
I'm trying to think of what my character can pursue because...
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I can only punish. Like, those are the only rights I have, rights of punishment, essentially. So I wanted something that was...
He wants a carrot to go with that stick.
Right, yes. Right now, it's just like, you lied? Good news. I will make it so you spill all your secrets.
Yeah.
Or if you spill a secret you're not supposed to. That's what it's for.
That's a good
right.
idea.
Thank you.
That's a good idea.
So this will represent a week's worth of training.
Okay.
You will have to do an intelligence rituals roll. Difficulty 10 minus your intelligence.
Okay, so it's diff 6 then, and
Okay.
I get 6 dice. I have 4 int.
And you need one success to learn.
I'll mulligan if I don't. 2 successes.
Alright. So you will have learned the rite at the end of the week.
Perfect.
Woohoo! Nice job.
So
Thank you.
this is more of the... So you're building a relationship, though, with Stands Like a Cedar. As she starts to speak the ways, and you start trying to envision her honor and things like that. At the first, you just, you're trying very hard to... You go Stands Like a Cedar, step forward, and then you just... and you're trying to force it and things like that.
Okay.
What would the rest of you like to do?
I would like, after doing my scrimshawing and whatnot and presenting my gifts, perhaps in the middle of your training I presented your job that you earned and went, look, I put your name and what you did. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
There you go. I want to talk to this Karen's head Thurge,
Okay.
I guess, and I want to seek sagely advice because I
That's
am
howls with lightning.
I am fledgling. I am Cleath. I wish to know how to speak to the spirits better so that I can help all tribes.
Interesting. So, there are many rites you could certainly learn to speak with the spirits. The mystic rites tend to be the domain of the Thurges, though if you become a member of a Karen, you'll have to learn others, such as opening of the moon bridge, or moot rites to summon the totem of the Karen.
I see. Well, I have no pack, so I'm doing really this for myself and all tribes.
You'll have to... I would suggest finding a pack. A lone wolf is a diseased wolf.
Hold on, out of character, but this guy was pretty cool. Restless Wanderer? I haven't made a note. I like this guy.
He was staying for the moot, I think.
Yeah, he's staying for the moot.
Okay. But, definitely I do need to find a pack. So, and, perhaps maybe I should.
The rite of talisman dedication is an excellent rite. It allows you to dedicate objects to you so that you can take them into the Umbra and out again. Another one would be the rite of spirit awakening. Awaken a spirit, so that is dormant. In the Umbra, have you noticed that not all the trees are awake?
Yes,
they don't speak.
No.
That is their spirits, and their spirits rest, regaining strength, or simply that they wish to sleep. The rite of awakening will awaken them again, and they can speak to you. You can do it on many items, so that they appear in the Umbra, and you can speak to the spirit within. It is a good way to keep the spiritual landscape of a Karen healthy, as well as a good way of spying on certain enemies if you perform the rite on the right object.
I feel this could help my allies. In this pack of mine, I do not belong.
Do you know the rite of summoning?
Yes, I do.
Good. That is another one. It's important. The final one that could help is the rite of fetish, where you speak to a spirit. Usually you make some sort of chimenage where you speak to the spirit and offer it favor. Give it glory so that it will accept being bound into a physical item. Different spirits create different items.
This one interests me very much. I would like to learn this one.
Very well. The rite of fetish will take 3 weeks.
I'm here for the unforeseen future, so...
Are we allowed to stay that long?
Yeah, you said
Okay.
a couple weeks, so yes, you could stay that long.
So I get to learn a rite too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. That's still time for Tyler's moot thing.
Good.
Cool.
So, the rite of fetish would be that. You'll have to get better at speaking to spirits on their own terms as well. You'll need to learn more Thurge gifts as you get better at it.
Well, if it helps, I have already made a pact with a fire spirit.
Good. Good. You make the pact, but spirits are more than just a simple favor or a simple pact. You'd learn more if you had a pact. For the spirit, the totem spirit, starts to trust the pack. It begins to speak to the pack. They begin to feel that bond within themselves. And the totem will begin to understand what the pack is thinking at any given time. And that some packs have gotten so close to their totems that their totem spirits teach them their true names. And the true name of a spirit is easier to summon, easier to control, because it is a bond of trust. And the spirit will offer great gifts. Now, this is easier to do with a totem spirit, as you drive actual spiritual gnosis and pure energy into the bond that connects you to the spirit in your pack. But other spirits, it's less clear. You will have to do favors for them. You will have to learn their natures. Fire spirits are there to burn, certainly. But fire spirits are more than simple destruction. Fire spirits are there to bring about rebirth, to replenish the soil. Many fire spirits, especially those still tied to the wild or tied to Gaia, like to burn old trees so that new ones can be born.
This is what the fire spirit that I have made this pact with specified. I must in the summer burn aged and dying brush so that new life can be reborn from their ashes.
Yes, but and the fire spirit, though, will want that fire to burn as far as possible. That's its nature. But that would possibly tread on other spirits, so you'll have to be wise in how you do this. Walk the line so that the spirit knows that you ate it, but you do not throw away your common sense, for spirits do not think like we think. They are bound up in their nature. That is why every spirit has a ban. Something it cannot do, or it damages its very being. Imagine if a fire spirit were to put out flames so that an old building would survive. The spirit very well could destroy itself.
I see.
Or asking a fire spirit to dive into the deepest ocean to search for something as the water burns its being away. Spirits have no fire spirit is the same either. While they have commonalities, some will have completely different rules. The wild controls the Umbra still, and the physical world is currently in the grips of the Weaver. The strangeness of the pre-Umbra is disappearing. There are moon paths to get you to where you need to go. Certainly more concrete rules as the Weaver's influence echoes over, but go deeper into the Umbra, into the near realms, into the lands of Pangea, and you will see rules and worlds that are completely different from this one, and you will have to refocus your perceptions of reality.
You've given me much to think about, Great Thurge.
This is how you will learn. I will have you working on creating talents, or maybe a minor fetish by the end.
Okay. Yes. Okay. No, yeah.
We will do that, but we will offer the spirit much gnosis through these weeks. The gnosis will be given for their trouble, because you will bind them. But, as part of the pact, you will break the fetish and release the spirit.
So shall it be, Thurge.
Right Master would be better.
Right Master, there we go. So shall it be, Right Master.
Good. Now, come with me. There are some electric spirits that might be able to help. They're fleeting, and they're a bit harder, which is good. It offers a better lesson.
I'm prepared.
Alright, so you will be doing intelligence rituals. Difficulty 10 minus your intelligence.
Difficulty 10 minus intelligence. So
that's 7.
7, that's 6 dice. So, there goes my only success.
So, that's okay. You have 3 rolls to get 3 successes.
Okay. So, let's see.
And that represents a week of things. So you're getting frustrated as you're...
Okay.
Basically, this week, you'll keep doing the lessons, but we'll get to that next roll later. Because this is just the week of...
This is the first week.
This is the first week, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cora?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Cora's still a little salty at,
Howls of Fear?
was it House of Fear, or was it, Stands Like a Cedar that she spoke with?
It could be either one.
That's what I'm going for.
Though I think after a couple days she'll cool off and go talk to him and see about learning the rite that she was interested in.
Which rite was that again? Killing me, Sam.
Huh?
Killing me, Sam.
I know, it's the worst. Was it Talisman Dedication?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Or it was Talisman Dedication, Hunting Prayer, or Breath of Gaia were the ones that I was interested in.
Breath of Gaia's breath is a talent.
It was No, Breath of Gaia.
Breath of Gaia.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that one is.
Because she's tired of us only having one. Oh, sorry. She's tired of us only having one heal each.
Well,
That's Mother's.
Mother's touch. That's a gift. There's no. Yeah, Gaia's. And the other one is an item. It's not a right.
Okay. Maybe I was reading the wrong page. Okay. Then Hunting Prayer or Talisman.
Okay.
Yeah. Those were the ones she was interested in. Just.
So, yeah, they'll do a Rite of Talisman dedication.
Okay.
Who are you going to learn this?
I'm pretty sure she was talking with Stands Like a Cedar.
Okay. They are a little busy.
They are a little busy, so she'll go talk to Howls of Fear.
Okay.
And should I ask, or I was interested in learning this rite. Are you able to teach it to me, or
I can teach you the Rite of Talisman dedication.
I would appreciate that.
Very well. Sit.
Done.
So, why do you want to learn this rite?
Because I feel like it would help my pack.
Very well. That's a good enough reason. And an acceptable one, and an honorable one. The dedication of the talisman. Remember, you are only able to carry as many items as you are connected to the spiritual world. You have to increase your spiritual strength to carry more. If you do not do that, then you will have to give up something. That makes sense to you.
It does.
Good. We did this long ago, for tearing out of our clothes would be a little obvious.
Yes. I don't think that would be helpful
Yes.
at all.
Good. So, here's something you should know. The Rite of Talisman dedication is to bind it to your person. In a way, it binds it to your soul. It is tradition to bind these items during your auspicious moon. You do not have to, but proper protocol asks of it, so that you give honor to yourself and to Luna, who gifted you your rage and your strength and your ability to shift in some ways, or to shift easily.
You understand?
Good. Let's begin. What would be a good item to bind? As he grabs a rock and puts it in your hand. That is how we will practice.
Fair enough.
So, you need to do an intelligence rituals.
Okay.
Difficulty 10 minus your intelligence.
Okay. 2.
Alright, so you will have that by the end of the week.
I'm surprised. Because I rolled 3.
Good
It's a good
job.
thing you took a calm on the mountain. Saved all your successes.
Right? Oh, Lord.
And Fury Song, anything you would like to do?
Yes. What kind of rites could I potentially learn here?
Several. What they did tell you is that every Garou here is familiar with a certain set of rites. Let me see, it's this one, I think. Every Garou here knows the Moot Rite, the Rite of Open Karen, and the Rite of Accomplishment. And it's likely that if you ask the 2 Galliards at this set, which are Storms of Midnight and Song of the Mountain Wind, they likely have rites that are more Galliard focused.
Okay, I'll go talk to them.
Okay. Anyone in particular? I will say that there we go. Song of the Mountain Wind is the higher ranked of the two Galliards.
Would it be considered rude if I approach them first?
No, because they did say that the Sept was committed. The Sept itself, so any Garou here, is committed to teaching a rite.
Okay, I'll go talk to the high-ranking one then.
Okay.
And I'll kind of, in as respectful a way as possible, ask if there is any knowledge they could bestow upon me to help in my future journeys. Blah, blah, blah.
There are several things.
Minus the last part.
Yeah, you get it. The rite of boasting is an obvious one for Galliards. I hear it's popular amongst your tribe even. Every tribe does it in its own way. You'll learn the Shadow Lord way if you learn it with me, which is to say that it will be cold, hard facts, that it won't sound like boasting. It'll simply sound like a promise. The Galliards, I've heard of the Fianna, tend to be a bit more indulgent in these things. The rite of wounding is to help welcome newcomers to the Garou nation. When that Garou receives their first battle wound, you mark the accomplishment with drawing runes in the flesh of the scar and honoring Gaia to give them more honor.
But that can only be done to new?
To the very first scar. Very first battle scar. Tanush, I performed the rite, or the rite known as the Gathering of the Departed. It is a rite to send the spirit of a dead Garou off to their ancestral homelands.
Yes, this is one I'm familiar with.
Good.
It's the first one that I've learned.
Ah, good. It's a good rite to have. It is one that strengthens the bonds with our ancestors. The Moot rite is very important for a Galliard, and it is an honor for a young Galliard to be called upon to do the Moot rite. It is where you give the great howl and charge the Karen with Gnosis. You will howl based on your tribal values and the Sept's values. But the most important thing is to honor the Sept itself. When you do this, the Karen's Gnosis is consecrated, and its strength remains so that we keep a connection to the Umbral world.
So I like that, but I also like the Shadow Lord version of boasting. Would I be likely to learn that particular type of boasting anywhere else? Or is that not as good?
It's the same. It's just how the Shadow Lords do it. It's a 100% tribal flavor thing. So if you start doing the boasting one, a bunch of Fianna are going to go, "The fuck are you doing? That's not how you boast. Let me show you how you boast." Jumps up and does it the Fianna way.
Which I am Fianna, though.
Yeah,
so.
that's
Exactly.
so they're saying the same thing with like Kyle with the Rite of Accord. He's going to learn it the Shadow Lord way, and for a while, he's probably going to be retaught little eccentricities that are more flavor text.
So I can learn the other way if I learn this one here, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think I should go for that or the Moot rite?
Both are really good. The Moot rite depends on how much you want to get your character involved in Sept politics and getting really involved in the spiritual stuff. And the Rite of Boasting will be more of one about the actual boasting, telling the stories about your party and things like that.
I think I'll go for that one right now.
Okay.
Sam, my dear, may I borrow this?
Go for it.
Thank you.
So I'm a little confused because I know there's a lot of description in character of the rite of fetishes and whatnot. So the idea I'm getting at is that I imbue an item I create
With a spirit.
with a spirit.
It doesn't have to be something you can create. Some glasswalkers imbue cell phones with spirits.
Because the idea I'm getting is because I want my character to be really good at scrimshawing and creating fetishes. So
Yeah, that would be a big thing then.
Mm-hmm.
The rite of fetish. It's just that you have to essentially honor the spirit and start making really good connections with the spirits. There'll be lots of roleplay for that.
So it's pretty much I want to imbue my scrimshawing tools to pretty much like what I did with for these guys as trophies I had for them. I want to be able to whatever runes and story I'm telling to not only gain the attention of other Garou, but to also gain the attention of other spirit, like their pack totem, pretty much. So it's this person did very well.
Yeah.
Please acknowledge them.
Okay. Kind of. It's not quite that. A fetish would be more of something that has... You bind a very specific kind of spirit to an item. Like your magpie swag.
Yeah.
That has a magpie spirit or a marsupial spirit bound in it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be an elemental spirit.
No.
Okay.
It depends on what kind of item you're trying to create. So, like a truth earring, you have to bind a servant of Falcon into it because Falcon is a spirit about truth, honor, and things like that. And so, but you have to convince it that you'll use the item to uphold the ideals, bands, etc. of Falcon.
And this is why being in a pack and having a pack totem would be much easier to be doing this kind of stuff.
Somewhat. They were basically saying the pack totem is similar to that. The pack totem is... So the totem background is a more tangible representation of you building that relationship with that spirit. So it's more roleplay centric for all the other spirits, but it's a similar thing. You're investing time to get the spirit to trust you. And if you create a good, strong enough bond, you may not have to bind them into a fetish, but for the ones that you do, they create better fetishes because they are now driven by that purpose.
I see. I see. Because the example I read in the wiki was that someone wanted to create a fetish flute that whenever it was played, it made Banes stop where they are and wail in pain, pretty much. I see. I see.
And of course, the greater the fetish, the stronger and more powerful the spirit has to be. Which means you have to do more to honor it before it goes into the weapon or the item. A glaive has a powerful spirit of war associated with it. So you have to bind that war spirit and you have to earn the respect of that war spirit.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of the end goal. I want my character to be able to make his own war glaive.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
And that's why glaives are considered such honorable weapons and why Garou will constantly use... will communicate with the spirits of their glaives to make sure that they're being honored so that they don't desecrate these weapons.
So would maybe a good starting stepping stone for my character would be maybe find a weapon to just start communing with the war spirit, not necessarily to create a war glaive, but to try to introduce himself to make his presence known.
We can do some stuff for that. We can talk about it offline.
Definitely, yeah.
So for you, for your rite, which is the rite of boasting, level 1, so you need to roll intelligence plus rituals. Right there. And the difficulty is 10 minus your intelligence.
8?
Yes. She got 2.
I got 2 on a 3 roll.
Still have a mulligan, too.
Why did I make her dumb?
You can do it, right?
She's
I feel the same way.
Nice.
Mulligan!
I'm mulligan that roll. Got it.
Come on, little rolly
Because at some
bastards.
point I want to create fetishes for you all. That's kind of the deal I'm trying to go for.
Nice.
Got it.
I gotta join
2.
the pack first, though.
So you will learn it by the end of the week.
Doop.
So you start having these talks with your mentors every week. They are harsh. Every time you fail, they drill it into you about your failure. That you dishonor the spirits.
Good.
Each of us?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're not going to get it on your first try.
Right.
Before you all learn your rituals, it is January the 5th, and it is the day of the Moot. Storms of Midnight has been honored to do the Moot rite. They give a howl as several Garou are putting Gnosis into the cairn to keep it alive. Howls with Lightning steps forward and does a ritual as you see clouds form overhead and the Umbra and the Veil part and Thunderbird flies overhead to watch the Moot.
Similar to Golden Eagle.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He's the spirit of our sept.
I heard gibberish.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
So
Well, I heard something that wasn't gibberish, but it's just really weird, so...
It's okay.
as Storms of Midnight goes, we have joined together once again to honor the spirits and honor the cairn and honor Gaia. Great Thunderbird presides over us, and his brood sits peeking from beyond the veil. Laughing lightning crashes upon the mountain sides, and I know Earthen Pillar leans from his side of the mountain, while his brothers remain still and sleeping, the four creating the whole of the mountain. Night Raven, some would say our sister Totem, as you hear a couple Garou chuckle, watches over and is curious at newcomers. But news must be spoken, and we are here to recognize the renowns of those who have fought and suffered for Gaia. Any who wish to have their renowns recognized may step forward.
Can I use the rite of boasting to all of
You
them?
haven't learned it just yet. It's
Oh,
been
well.
5 days. You'll have 2 more days and then you'll have learned it.
Sorry.
I wanted to learn it for the first moot.
Yeah, you didn't have enough time. You'll have another move soon. You'll be able to do it you'll be able to bitch and boast in front of all the bone gnars.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, he got kicked out of a Sept, but he's slumming it with you guys.
Oh dear.
Out of character, it's like, wow, that was a lot of ones. Owls. Yes.
I'm honored to be recognized.
Well, I didn't hear a word of that.
Honor to be
It's
recognized.
an honor to be recognized.
Look at all the honor she needs.
I have so much honor that needs to be permanented.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you have like 2 or 3 more weeks before you can finally try and do your recognition right again. As
He's so mad.
stands like a cedar, begins to speak your accomplishments. Cool. So,
What happens if they fail that roll?
then the spirits decide that you're not worthy.
Holy shit.
It's diff 4 though, to be fair.
Okay.
Unless, so there are times when they call you forward. Garou who don't like you and don't think you deserve it will be allowed to step forward and
Yep.
say otherwise, and then that difficulty goes up to 6, and you have to do a frenzy roll, and if you frenzy, you fail, and you don't get, all your temp renown goes away. And if it's a berserk frenzy, some of that wisdom goes away too. 2 points.
Damn.
Yeah. So the rite of the accomplishment is spoken as she goes, she is made greater in her tribe, her sept, and greater among the people everywhere. Let it be known, as several of the Shadow Lords give a slight howl, though they're mostly muted, watching you, still viewing you as outsiders, though some have started to get to know you over these past 5 days. So you can't put your finger on it. Maybe some of them even are starting to like you.
Score.
But
Nice.
that could just be wishful thinking on your part.
Less score.
Half nice.
It is here that Storms of Midnight steps forward and goes, "The first one to speak now, after the recognition of renown, is Restless Wanderer. He has brought news, and he has told the warder. Howls of Fear already knows, but now the rest of you shall as well." As he steps aside, and Restless Wanderer steps up. He takes a deep breath and speaks, going, "There is another... to the west of here, there's something that concerns the Sept. It seems an energy company. One I have not spent too much time looking into is beginning to survey the area. It is likely the government officials will give them permission. I'm not sure if they'll break ground, but it does seem like they are moving in. And though I don't know if they have any ulterior motives, they can still pose a danger to the Karen, depending on if they cut any regulatory corners. In addition to this, I've been back from the Sept of the Towering Giant. The Sept has successfully used its kin to foil an attempt to expand an RV campground into the bond of the Sept. They were able to use petitions, and they defeated the measure. The Sept is safe. No Hamids or no humans were killed, and few were scared off, though the Septimates did use their Krynos form effectively to give delirium to just the right people, so to speak. The Sept has also been preparing for fire season, as several of the last fires got dangerously close to their Bon and their Karen center. They are preparing to cut some of the brush down and keep the heart of the Karen secure, so that the gauntlet does not strengthen there, as all the wilderness dies and men come in using their machines to try and rebuild the forest. I've also been to the Sept of the Sheltered Spirit, an island off the coast of California. They've been sending several packs into the city of Los Angeles. It seems the leeches have been getting very active lately, and though they haven't figured out why yet, they are continuing to increase their patrols and have even begun making an alliance with a Glasswalker Sept that has recently been opened in the city itself. I believe it is called the Sept of 1,000 Dreams, located in Hollywood. And a Bonar Sept to the south, called the Sept of the Stripped Veneer, to deal with these issues. I've seen some acts of heroism, as it seems Jonas Albrecht, as some of the Shadow Lord's furs kind of go up as he puts up his hand, has been doing incursions into Idaho and Canada to prevent wolf kills and wolf bounties, and has been protecting kin. I've heard that he will be planning on going back to the East Coast soon, though of course he is avoiding Jacob Morningkill's territory, though word has been spreading that Falcon has not abandoned him, and the wayward Silverfang is not a Ronin in the eyes of the spirits or his tribal totem, much to the begrudging of the Gaian king. Albrecht will be passing north of here, if you wish to catch a glimpse of him, to any of you. I know there is some animosity, but he thinks differently than the typical Silverfang, and he is worthy of respect in my eyes. I plan on leaving tomorrow. I have more information to spread, and my goal is to travel towards Virginia, as things have been getting active there, and I wish to, well, wherever it breeds, wherever it dwells. Now, that is my piece. May the next step forward and speak.
Would we have any...
You?
Out of
I think
character,
it would
would
be
we
You
have
can
any...
brag about all the shit you've done.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah. Okay.
So,
You were looking like you wanted to step up,
So-
so...
you're handing her the jawbones and all that, and so these are going to give you a +2 dice on your performance roll to tell the story of how you raided that Pentex facility and fought those spiral dancers.
Okay. Performance.
Is
I
it
have
just straight
3.
performance?
Performance, charisma.
I don't know if I have charisma.
You do have
Oh, I do.
Probably
Wow.
Yeah, you're a Galliard.
Whoa. I forgot I'm not just a stoic shithead all the time.
It's
Okay.
true.
Alright. Ooh, that's pretty decent.
Div 6.
Div 6.
And you had the extra 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, making sure.
Do you have the thing? Think I'm gonna do it. We need to name this.
Nice.
Whoa.
Is it nice? 2, 3,
Not as nice as I thought it was.
4. I got 2 1s, so it's only 2.
Okay, that's still pretty good. You give a decent story. Everyone here, including B, gets an extra point of glory. Temp, obviously. As at this moment, once your story is done, it is here.
How cool would it be if whenever I was boasting I got so good I just like bust into like power metal?
There is a gift that allows you to make like shadow puppets to reenact the things behind you as you tell the stories. It's like a rank 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 gift,
Wow.
and you can actually force other people to reenact it in the thing.
Oh, that's cool.
You, come
It's
here.
how someone got over someone trying to kill someone in frenzy. Someone was frenzied, higher rage, and he goes, "We're doing Hamlet now." Until the frenzy was over.
That's incredible. Just imagine being that mad and having to do Hamlet.
All of it. He did the full play, like the massive
Jeez.
several-hour play of Hamlet.
So
Oh, Horatio, I knew
frenzied
you well.
Yeah.
Krynos is just watching him.
No, that Krynos is being moved against his will to do all the things, but he's not speaking. It's the Galliard who's speaking, like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And he's just like cold sweats, like, fuck.
I'm
Please
so
let
glad
this,
I remember Hamlet.
He's like, please let this work.
I'm imagining too when the other characters who have speaking lines are like, "Wherefore art thou?" And he's like,
What he said was. So, anyway, Ben's the Knight goes, exactly. This pack, Fomori's Bane, has proven themselves that we must strike first. We cannot allow another facility to grow up like the old one. They're surveying. We can strike now and strike swift as howls of fear shifts into his Krynos form and goes, "You be quiet, worm foe. Yes, we should investigate, but only to Garou. We investigate. We don't run in blindly like last time and take more damage. This Sept cannot handle another death." As Ben's the Knight continues to go on, "If we only send 2, then we might not find everything. If we ravage them with the entire Karen, then they will be done. You think too much like a Get, not enough like a Shadow Lord, and your rank is far too high for your disposition." Ben's the Knight growls and shifts to Krynos. "I know what has to be done, and I want to defend this place. Have you forgotten Litany? Do not speak to me of Litany, boy." Howls with fear, snarls. You see the frenzy almost in his eyes as he hangs over him. As you see some moving into Ben's the Knight's camp and others into Howls of Fear's camp, as the Sept is on edge and you feel that electrical spark just shooting through the ranks.
Is this how moots normally go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
a bunch of rage monsters. A bunch of just furious rage monsters.
This is the first moot that we've been to that's like this.
That's true. Do you think they'd want to maybe use the Dice of Challenge? Like, I don't know.
You can ask.
Perhaps the Dice of Challenge could settle this.
As they both look at you and they take a deep breath. What is the Dice of Challenge? What fetish is that? It's It's a child of Gaia fetish specifically. That's
Yeah,
why.
it is a child of Gaia fetish.
Are they mad at the child of Gaia?
No, they're
No.
not at the Get Offenders.
Yeah.
And it's kind of justified. They get offended
Yeah.
keep invading their Karen.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I
That's
just
why
got a
I'm-
dice.
That's why I'm keeping my mouth fucking shut.
I just got dice, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's not die of challenge.
Yes, it's too.
Each Garou in dispute provides a gnosis, and the challenge die decides who is right.
Very well. I accept. Ben's the Knight nods. I accept. Or Ben's the Knight says, I accept, and Howls of Fear goes, no, we should do the sensible things. The Karen's safety should not be left to chance. Ben's the Knight goes, I will challenge you. You will lose again. But, as he sees the other Garou, and that it's split 50-50, you see the calculation in his head. Very well. And take your dice.
One, just to be clear, like out of character, this isn't actually chance, right? Like it's the spirit of the die saying.
Yeah.
Okay. That's,
Yeah.
Should I clarify that to him, or does he just not?
Care.
That not help?
At this moment, it would probably not help.
Okay, then I'll leave that be.
Okay, let me bring up the dice challenge, which I now know it's on in this book.
I
Get the
still
page
don't know
number.
enough about this game.
Yeah, and
It's so good.
if you tell me what pages is on, I will write it down this time.
Okay, because I know Riley said she was gonna. Actually, I can just bring it up on my phone because I messaged it to Riley.
Yeah, she did not do the dice of challenge for me. She did the
That's-
truth hearing,
That's fine.
and I don't think either of these people are lying. I think they're being pretty honest. They just are super mad at each other.
Yeah, and that's fair. Okay, it's Gnosis 5.
Mm-hmm.
Philodox uses these dice to settle disputes when the Garou are at odds, and then pray to Gaia to resolve the issue, so you'll have to do a prayer to Gaia.
Okay. Well, I have to.
Oh, and you spend the Gnosis, they don't.
Oh, I spend the gnosis.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fine still. I have the gnosis. There's 2 Garou, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
really.
You put it in
Okay.
as you put it in the disputer's hands. Ready? Are you gonna give that prayer to Gaia?
Yes. Yeah. Should I roleplay it?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done an actual prayer to Gaia before, but should it be dice of challenge specific or just?
No, like Gaia guide this dispute.
Oh, okay.
Like, to find
I
who's
understand.
right. Yep.
Gaia, please guide this dispute. Find who of these noble Garou is correct, and the best way to defend this sept.
You hand it to the 2 disputers. They roll the dice, and I need you to roll Gnosis Diff 5.
I'm gonna mulligan this if this doesn't work out. 4 successes.
All right. The dice came up as a tie.
What the fuck?
If both are equally valid in their dispute of what should happen, in the eyes of Unicorn, they will come up as a tie.
Son of a bitch. Well, now I just look like an idiot. I guess I'll explain. I will explain what this roll means. I get maybe this will still work out.
Yeah.
All right. When the dice tie, that means that in the eyes of Unicorn, both points are equally valid, and both have the exact same merit. Though they may not be the same merits, they are equal.
Then, as Ben's the Knight bursts out in a bit of a fury, then how do we resolve this? Howls of Fear! I challenge you! Howls of Fear looks at him, giving a stare down. Challenge. Right, oh, Master of Challenges. What is the right? I choose a trial by combat. Whatever combat you see fit. She nods and looks both parties over. Come. You will face each other over this way. Garou, come. This dispute will be resolved. And it will be resolved in the game next time.
Of course.
So, let's make sure I take a note that it's January 5th. So, thank you everyone who listened. This is a slightly off-topic game in some ways, but we'll get this edited out and put out there. So, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. And, like, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.